What's going on, guys? Welcome again to the Third and 10 Podcast, Season 5, Episode 3 is now live. I'm your host, Nathan Winder, and always with my guy, Brian Germanaro. Brian, we got football this week. It may not count, of course, but it is
Yeah,
the
I
Hall
mean,
of Fame
can we
game.
really count it when Kenny Pickett is announced as starting quarterback?
And Carson Beck's... No, actually, no, I take that back. Carson Beck is...
No,
He's
Carson
going to
Beck
be...
is
Yeah.
I would say the headliner. Well, the headliner is Jeremiah Love if they decide to play him, which is probably a no. Outside of that, Carson Beck is going to be the guy drawing the eyeballs.
Yes, and I do wonder how much he'll play. Hopefully the entire first
I
half to
would
see what he
hope they
looks
give
like.
him a quarter at least. I
Yeah.
want just like let him get the reps. If look, the Cardinals are definitely tanking this year, but you spent a third-round pick on Beck, right? It was a third-round pick.
Yes,
Give him as
correct.
much opportunity as possible. We know we're going to see him in the regular season. Give him as much ample opportunity to roll out and see NFL defenses before you just throw him out there to the wolves.
Yeah.
Because I think the Cardinals are going to go after a quarterback in the offseason, but maybe Beck surprises you. You know, you never know.
Yeah. And it's like he's not going to, be the starter come the regular season. He'll probably play maybe week 13, week 14, probably.
Yeah,
if
when the
anything.
Cardinals are out of it and we're in the Christmas time, we're
Yeah.
gonna be watching Rudolph and Carson. The alert Carson Beck starting this week. That's what we're gonna get.
There we go. So like you mentioned, just give him as much time right now in the preseason to play, especially this first game, the Hall of Fame game to be exact, obviously, and see what he's got. And if he impresses you well enough in these preseason games, then who knows? Maybe something changes, but all signs point to
No, I
Brissett being
mean
the starter.
you don't
Yeah.
have the holdout with Jacoby Brissett not to start him at least a majority of the season.
Yeah. Crazy how in 2026 we're saying Jacoby Brissett held out to get a new contract.
Well, I think Jacoby Brissett knows that, okay, I'm the sacrificial lamb of the season. You don't see me as anything beyond this future besides we need someone to start at quarterback. So I'm going to get as much money from you as possible.
And as long as you give me the money, I'll be back there taking sack.
Yeah.
The offensive line is not that great in Arizona.
No.
From what I know.
But in Brissett's mind, he's like, I am the placeholder for, in your mind, hopefully Arch Manning. So
yeah. So we'll definitely see how Arizona looks this year. The future doesn't look bright, for the boys, but we'll see what they got. What these young guys or these backups have in this first game against this Panthers team, who obviously they made the playoffs last year. We won't see any of the starters, if at all, during this game. But maybe if Jonathan Brooks is a guy we mentioned last week, that hopefully we can possibly see in this game. But like you mentioned, my friend, definitely depends on if they want to, have him wait till next or the week after to play him or the regular season.
Yeah, and a field they know is a field they have more control over,
Mm-hmm.
Because no offense to the Hall of Fame Stadium, everything I've heard about it, it's pretty crappy.
Yeah, it's always the weather's always gloomy when the game's on and are going on, I should say, and the rain's pouring, the field is just trash. So especially for a guy that has been dealing with major injuries or just major injuries these past couple of years, since coming to the NFL, you want to take as much precaution as possible. But it'll be good to see him on the field for a little bit at least if they decide to do so. But our boys play the Vikings, I believe, next week.
Yes, Vikings
so very excited
for next week.
Yes,
yes,
very excited about that.
Next Saturday, 1:00.
Yes, and we'll definitely talk more about that game as we get closer. Maybe some guys that we'll, want to keep an eye on for that first preseason game. We will most likely about to see guys like Dart,
Jameis.
Yeah, it's gonna be just the Jameis, Brendan Allen show, unless they set another quarterback between now and then, which I doubt they will, but we'll see.
I mean, I would have to look at the free. Is there just because we all know that the two quarterbacks are Dart and Jameis. Brendan Allen's a nice story. He's got no shot to make this roster. I have to look at the quarterback list. Is there a flamed out guy besides Diego Pavia who's just was a superstar in college but just never made the NFL? Can we just sign, get entertaining?
I feel
I want this is that's not Johnny Mans. I want to this would be a good spot for a Jake Fromm type quarterback.
Ooh.
Is there anyone that? Went to a big college, but everyone Connor Cook. I'm looking for that type of quarterback.
I have, you know, if I'm sure obviously Jake Fromm is still out there. He's selling insurance right as we speak.
I
So
know Jake Fromm cannot be re-signed by this organization. He burnt every bridge possible. It's
PTSD.
not his fault. We can't remind anyone of that. Although he is like the exact type I'm looking for of a big school guy who like everyone kind of knew. All right, probably not going to make it with the pros. Even though I thought Jake Fromm went back to school for one more year, he could have boosted himself up to a second round pick. But like that's what I'm looking for. Just like a former Michigan, Ohio State quarterback that just, just sling it out there for 4 quarters during a preseason game.
If you could find one right now while we discuss, what we will be talking about today's episode, that'd be fantastic. Because I do wonder as well, like, who can we sign just for the
Right.
fun of it, you know?
Just for the
You're not
fun,
gonna
just
make the
because like
roster.
we give us something a little entertaining. We all know that we all know the quarterback situation.
Hmm. Now, I will say, of course, as we get towards the second and third preseason games, we want to see Dart in this offense on the field a lot more. But this first game against the Vikings, we're definitely not going to see too
Right,
much
but
of him.
even then, like it's gonna be like he's gonna play a quarter or two.
Yeah,
This guy can come
definitely.
in and just play the third quarter or fourth quarter.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. And more on the offense shortly. But in today's episode, while Brian looks up some free agent quarterbacks we could sign, we'll talk about the defense who has been outstanding during these first couple of days in pads. Right now, we are in the second week of training camp, and the offense were pretty much the highlight of this last week, which was the first week. But the defense has definitely taken a step forward and showing off, including a particular rookie we'll discuss shortly as well. We'll talk about OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. to be exact, who took first team reps today during the second day of the second week of camp. Is that a sign of things to come? And finally, we'll be introducing a new segment called Third and 31. You will have to wait towards the end of the show to find out what that is all about. Brian, any
Well,
updates
I
on the
mean,
court?
Brett Rippin is out there.
Yeah, I'm good.
Not exactly
He's
what I'm looking for, but it's something. He went to Boise
I,
State.
I think we're out of luck, buddy. We just got to stick with
I
it
mean,
as we
like, yeah,
got him.
like Jimmy Garoppolo is there. Like, if he wants to just, come out, before he retires, just get some
Hmm,
reps.
interesting. I
Taysom
thought you
Hill.
t- he's an interesting one because I know he bid adieu to New Orleans last
Yeah.
week, I believe, and I know obviously our tight end position is set with Likely and Johnson, and of course the guys behind him, and I
But he's
think
such a
but don't.
gadget player. I feel like
But wouldn't that be
Harbaugh
fun
was,
though?
yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun to have. I think Harper would like someone like that, but again, it's
Oh, Desmond Ritter's a free agent. That's actually not a bad one.
absolutely not.
As
No,
just
thank
a
you.
guy to sling it for during a preseason game, absolutely, I
I've seen
take him.
I I've seen too many bad than good with him.
Well,
I'm good.
I mean,
I know
I'm not
that's not your
expecting this
goal,
guy
but
to do
like, yeah.
anything other. I want this guy's to get cut in like 3 weeks. I'm just looking for someone to entertain me during a preseason game. Give me a reason to keep watching beyond, when the starters come out.
Honestly, if you want entertainment, just hope Harbaugh just plays Winston for like 3 quarters. I
That's
mean, I think
true.
that's the best he can.
Actually, the
That's the best he
perfect
can.
guy and is Sam Ellinger, but he signed with the Broncos.
Ooh, that
That
wouldn't
would been
mind.
that's like again,
That
that's the exact archetype I'm looking for. Like, yeah, Texas, but we all kind of knew this guy's not going to do anything in the NFL.
he wasn't he the guy who was like we're back or
He's the
set
we're
or
back, the we're back guy after Texas. I forgot what
yeah.
bowl game they won, but yes, that is Sam Ellinger.
That's who it is. Well, we'll see what he can do over there in Denver and um
Nothing. He's going to hold a
in
clipboard
the
really
preseason,
well.
of course, yeah. Oh yeah, in the regular season, of course, but in the preseason, we'll
If
see.
Sam Ellinger is playing quarterback for the Broncos, something went really, really wrong.
Yeah, Knicks had to go down the backup. Who's Stidham? Oh yeah, Stidham's still there in
Stidham's
Denver,
still
right?
there, I believe. Yes.
Is Zach? No, Zach Wilson's in Miami. No, where is Zach
No,
Wilson?
Wilson. I think. No, it's. I think Wilson is in Miami. I mean, if he's not, bring him back. Want to come
I
back
know,
to New
right?
York?
Welcome back to New York, King. You play a couple
Yeah,
games
he's
for us,
not.
and we'll set.
Where is Zach Wilson?
I know last year he was in
Saints.
Denver.
Saints.
Wow, really?
Backing up Tyler Shuck.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that segment where we have to, guess which new teams these players are in. Because my goodness, I wow.
Hey, to be fair, it's Zach Wilson. Like, do we really care where he is?
Yeah, but I mean, you're talking about a
He's gonna be a
second
Mormon
overall pick.
missionary
Let's.
in like a year. So
Oh my god. I mean, at the end of the day, we are talking about a second overall, former second overall pick once upon a time. So I guess we give him
right, but
some respect.
but we all. I mean, like he just was a second overall pick because he threw a football really far.
That true.
If
There's a
Zach
lesson for
Wilson never throws that 80-yard bomb in his pro day, I guarantee you he does not go into second overall.
there's a lesson for you kids out there.
Fix him. No, you can't fix
You
him, honey.
cannot.
Go for the nice guy. He's gonna do something.
Oh shoot.
Not speaking from experience at all there.
But that was a good comparison, man. I mean, he had a couple run stops.
Oh,
We'll get more into that
oh,
shortly.
run
Had a
stops. Oh my god, how beautiful. How
I know.
beautiful of a word that is. Run stop.
Run stops. The run defense is being fixed properly. Thank you, Harbaugh. Thank you, Wilson. Oh man, I never
Remember
thought
when we
I'd see the
talked
day.
about remember, oh my god, O-line coach last year. What was his name again? I always forget it.
Brasillo.
Barcillo. Remember when Barcillo first got here and we said that if he gets the offensive line average, we'll build a statue of him? Like ever?
Yes.
They'll make it good, make it average. I'm doing the same thing with Denard Wilson. If Denard Wilson can make us have an average run defense, build a statue.
Oh yeah, no, dude. Run defense has been such a problem for years now. So if he can come in, and he is, so far we've seen it. I know it's just training camp, but we've seen this run defense improvements in that, you know, that side of the football, or that part of the defense. So it's been great to see. Obviously, Reese, being a part of that run stopping, is great. Also had a TFL, which was good to see as well. Had a sack while beating Andrew Thomas out of all guys on the edge. To be exact,
if,
it came on a.
if you're gonna be Andrew Thomas, you're gonna get me excited.
Oh yes, dude, because Andrew Thomas is obviously one of the best left tackles in the NFL. There's no question about that. What healthy, of course, but um, it was a 3rd and 5. Then this was during a 2-minute drive towards the end of practice, and the offense was down by 5 points. So and Reese, beat Thomas off the edge and got to the quarterback, and that pretty much just disrupted the offense's chances of coming back in that period. So that was fantastic. Reese blew up a swing pass that was attempted to Tyrone Tracy that fell incomplete, of course, and those couple run stops were when Reese got into the backfield and stopped Scatterboot behind the line of scrimmage. And I think in general, my friend, we talk about Reese and his speed, being able to go from sideline to sideline, that's definitely gonna be a problem for opposing offenses and stuff like, and then, and whatnot. And we also talk about his physical traits that made him, a guy that we took at 5th overall, but his processing speed, his reaction speed, this when the games actually count. I think he'll be a top 5, favorite Giant for me in terms of the current guys we have right now by the end of the year. But I love him. He's great. And honestly, like as a whole, this linebacker corps, my friend, it really does. Like I know this is kind of bold, but this really does. This corps has the ability to be top 5 of the league if everything goes well.
Oh
You
yeah,
have Reese.
absolutely. Like
Yeah,
Tremont Edmonds is a huge upgrade. Like I feel
he
like it's
is.
underrated because like he got cut by the Bears, but he has an impact to just basically be the best linebacker we've had probably since Ogletree.
It's been some time. I will say that. And no shot to Okereke. He was, of course, solid as well, like in his first couple years with the Giants, but he slowly kind of fell off a cliff. And Edmonds is a little quicker than Okereke, let's be
Mm-hmm.
honest. And he'll be wearing the green dot for us as well, which will be good to see, and very kind of impressive as well, considering this is Edmonds has never played in Denard Wilson's defense before, and this is his first year with the Giants and first year
Yeah,
with
I mean
so
that's huge. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Edmund gets a captaincy. Besides that too, if they're already
I
trusting that, he must be some voice.
has to be. I was
Okay, actually, at that I will. If you want to do 6, that's fine, but one of them has to be a special teams guy. Like, say you want
doesn't
5 Say you want we want 5 captains on like the 22 main starters, and we'll give the 6 captaincy to a special teams guy. Then I'll give you 6.
okay. All right, bet.
But ideally, it's 5.
If I had to predict, I'll make my prediction for the 5 captains. I'll go off 5. I'll go Dart.
Yep.
I'll go Thomas. I'll go Burns. I'll go Edmonds. Bro, the fact that I forgot our punter's name, this is terrible. I like the guy too.
Happy or they take one away from Dart or Thomas, that remains to be seen.
He better not take one from Dart or
I think you have to, if you're going to give one, it's Dart because he's only been here a season. You know?
But it's like typically, yeah, true. It's just like I feel like
No, a quarterback is a captain. Like that's it's just
yeah.
it is. I'm just looking at it as okay. If you want to say Dart is still a little young and he's going to earn the captaincy, like next,
If
I don't know.
31 other teams are gonna,
Exactly. Yeah, no, I don't. If I'm an NFL team right now, I look at what Dable did in New York. And granted, New York is a pressure cooker. It's a little different. But if I look at that, I do not want him anywhere near my team as a head coach.
Yeah, I don't either, to be honest.
And like it's just like he didn't do anything like overly wrong. It just it just didn't have a culture here.
Yeah. And that first year was, magical for us, but after that, it was just kind of just a downhill slope for him. So I wish him nothing but the best over there in Tennessee, and I thank him as well for choosing our quarterback, and helping him develop and have success in his first year. But other than that, just a lot of like, I'm kind of scared. I ain't gonna lie. Like this room
Yeah,
can
it's a little scary. I mean, like it's positive that Banks is doing well. I've heard that's positive.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, I think Colton Hood had a couple one or two holding calls
Yeah, it's rough
on him today. Like he's a rookie, he's young, he's still learning and developing and whatnot. But I think as a whole, this cornerback room is definitely going to be a position to watch as we get close to the start of the regular season. Man, to be honest, that's one group I would like to see a lot more in the preseason than the average team would throw other starters out there at that position, just to see what we have and just to continue to have them get used to Wilson's scheme and whatnot. Because I mean, none of these guys honestly have my respect. Adipo does not. Newsome does not.
No.
Banks obviously doesn't. Hood is still a rookie, so give him at least. Drew Phillips sucks in pass coverage. Let's be honest. So
yeah, but I think of all of them, I think he's the guy I respect the most. So at least I know what he is. I know he's a good nickel. I know he's a good nickel quarter. That's it. I know his role on this team.
Yes, he's a good run-stopping nickel guy. That is all there is. If we could see improvement, that'd be fantastic. Fortunately, we haven't seen that yet, but we'll see as time goes by if that changes. But yeah, that's all I have on the defense so far. Overall, again, Denard Wilson's unit, fantastic. It's only a matter of time before the offense gets going again. But for now, it's good to see that the offense is. This is gonna be weird to say, but it's good to see the offense struggling against this defense because that kind of means like, okay, maybe this means that when the games actually count, like opposing offenses will also have trouble.
Right. That's huge.
So annoying. Like seriously, Dak Prescott was like, I forgot what it was. The other day he was like, hold on, GOT. Oh, there's an acronym that he came up with for the offense. It's called GOTY. Do you know what that translates to, or have you seen GOTY?
I know
GOTI.
I know
yes,
GOTY.
but it's spelled GOTI.
What stupid phrase do you come up with that I'm going to make fun of in about 2 seconds?
Greatest offense there is.
So stupid. That's what he called it. That's what he called them.
That's what he called the offense for this year.
Dude, like what a. So I hate them. The Commanders have been bad for the same time we've been bad. So like they've never really like upset us, and like you just had so much more hatred with the Eagles and Cowboys, and they just beat us more. That like the Commanders are just kind of there. Like if I had to pick a division rival to win the Super Bowl, it would be the easiest choice of my life. It's the Commanders. I could deal with the Commanders Super Bowl.
Yeah, they almost did until Philly blew them out the water.
Yeah, like I was rooting. Like I'm like, all right, go Commanders. Openly rooting for the Commanders in that game.
Yeah. I will say their fans are low key annoying though. They're like, yeah, we've been, but sometimes you're kind of a dumbass. but we love it. You're our dumbass, so it's okay.
Oh no,
Anyways,
Giants are run by frat boys with Dart and Scottoville, which
oh yeah,
nothing wrong with it. It's a culture, but like maybe let's tone it back a little bit with the stupidity of it.
yeah. By
Maybe
the way,
let's
I'll
leave
talk.
that style play to on the field stuff.
Yes, I do love their goofiness off the field though. They actually were they're models for Crocs now. I don't know if you've seen that.
Of course
Yeah,
they are. Of course they are.
yeah, man. They were like they're doing a similar thing to Step Brothers. That's what it was.
That's perfect. That's
I
perfect.
know. Yeah. Not as good, of course, as the Kirk Cousins Mendoza Step Brothers thing that they did for the schedule release, but
Yeah,
um,
but 10 teams out there, is there?
Boston, UMass. Oh no,
UMass is the
sorry.
Big Ten.
Yep, my apologies. God, UMass is bad.
Yeah, I
Have
mean,
they ever been good?
but I think
By the way,
Boston College is there, but I think they're in the Big East at the time, or if not, they're in the ACC.
yes. Let me ask you something real quick before we get to the offense. I know we're getting a little off topic, but it's okay. There's not much really going on right now outside of training camp. So, oh, by the way, shout out to Zay Flowers, Bijan,
What an
and
overpay! Oh my god!
which one? Zay Flowers?
Yeah, he's the fourth highest paid receiver in the league. He's making $35 million a year. He's at the same contract as Justin Jefferson. Look, Zay Flowers is good, but I would not put him in the top 10. He's a top 15 receiver at best.
I get it though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you get it too. I'm not saying you don't. We both get why, because I mean, they don't really have anyone else. But
no, I understand why they gave him the contract because the wide receiver market's insane. But like, you're telling me, like, just from like an asset management, I'm paying the same price as Justin Jefferson to Zay Flowers.
but my friend, think about this though. It's okay. Like, I agree with you. It's an overpay, but you know what? It's actually beneficial for us. Do you know why though? Because we just talked about Dallas. They gotta pay CD and Pickens.
CD and George
That's
Pickens.
great.
That's great.
So yes, like in CD,
But
and
it also
George
could
Pickens,
come back to bite us because we got Malik
because we gotta
Neighbors
pay
coming up in a
Malik.
few years. Like if Zay Flowers making $35 million, and I know Malik Neighbors has had one good year, but if we all does what we think he could do, he's easily getting 40.
Yeah, there's no way Malik's like, so you're gonna pay me less than Zay? Yeah, just give me the watch that.
Yeah, bro. If the Giants offered Malik Neighbors less contract than Zay Flowers, I would not be mad at him bolting to go play for the Commanders
or somewhere else. What? To add on to that, why does I know Malik wants to go to Washington
because him and Jaden Daniels are best friends. That's why.
But
now you brain exploding like.
Christian Kirk went down too, I think, over there.
Can the owners of the 49ers buy that station and shut it down?
Yeah, just, dude, destroy it or push it somewhere else. I don't know. Just do something because it's clearly causing injuries to the players there or whoever's there. By the way, they re-signed Deebo Samuel, which is kind of a good story to see.
Nice.
It is.
I feel like that's just us like, but I feel like that's just like us signing Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah,
it's
nostalgia.
Like, oh, that's cute. All right, well, doesn't mean anything.
Well, he will have a bigger role than I think many of us expect, Deebo, compared to.
Well, yeah, because all the receivers are getting hurt,
are injured. Yeah. So, and we obviously have guys that are injured too, but they will be ready for week 1 compared to the Niners. Let's be honest. It's gonna be what Deebo. Wow, you know what? Got to look at that. I have to look at that Niners depth chart to see what I got a wide out.
I'm pulling it up right now.
I mean, Ayuk ain't playing, so it's like, come on, like he's not gonna play.
Ayuk might be in jail by the time the season comes around.
Dude, I'm surprised he hasn't by now. I thought because wasn't he like speeding? I think he was going like 80.
Who knows what he was doing? He was doing something. Mike Evans is out of practice today. There you go. That's one.
Right. Well, he's out.
Yeah, he didn't do practice.
Christian
Kirk is also a receiver there. Worked out on the sidelines and missed majority of practice.
ASAP. Please shut that down ASAP. My God.
Deshaun Stringling, their fourth receiver. Yeah, he's currently he's questionable.
Oh my God.
Their only healthy starting receivers are Deebo Samuel and DeMarcus Robinson.
Bro. Shout out to DeMarcus, though. He did win me a bet last year, so thank you, DeMarcus.
Like the back corner, and then the
Okay.
wheel rolled over him. Is what I think happened.
Oh, I feel bad for him.
No,
I
it's a
do.
terrible injury, but like, man, hitting the fire truck was bad enough. And then the fire truck ran you
Rolling
over.
you over, bro. When they say don't drink and drive, that also applies to
Nice to
being on a
scooters.
scooter.
Because he
Yes.
also hurt himself in college doing the same thing.
You would think he learned his
I
lesson
don't
then,
know if
but
he crashed into a
clearly he
fire
has
truck, but
not.
I know he had a scooter accident in college, and he was in college and in scooters. I'm guessing alcohol was somehow involved.
Yeah. But wouldn't you think though, like PTSD, like okay, you got hurt the first time, so don't do it again?
Well, I think we're learning that
No
Harrison
wonder
Bader is
SF didn't
not
want to pay
exactly
him
a
no
smart
more.
person.
Yeah, let's be honest. Yeah, true.
Like, come on, guys.
You would know. He was on your team once upon a time, and he was on the Phillies before too.
Yeah, but he was like, he did. I mean, we have city bikes. He didn't crash a city bike.
Yeah, but you go to SF. They got many scooters out there in over
He
there. And,
crashed into a fire truck.
yeah, there you go. And good for the Giants for not deciding to pay him or compensate him. That's kind of stupid, what he did. So
It does feel like a Mets injury though. Like if a Mets player got hurt like that, I wouldn't even question it. I'd be like, yeah, that sounds about right. So that'd be a typical like for the Giants. This is like front page news for months. For the Mets, this is a typical Tuesday. We got a player broke both his ankles running from a wild boar. Like,
yeah, for you that'd be like, all right, back to our Giants. Talked about the defense already. Let's get to the offense now. Odell Beckham Jr. taking first team reps. Let's not overreact too much though. I know we're all probably celebrating as you guys just heard it. I was too, but I had to calm myself down because Malik is still being limited to an extent, not participating in team periods. Our team drills. Juju Smith-Schuster didn't practice today. Slayton's workload
can
is
we
being
just
managed.
cut him already? Like, just get it over with.
Dog, please. No. Why haven't we cut Hyatt yet? Why is he still here?
That's also a very good question.
Why is he here? Because I swear, Odell is waiting for third team.
I have not heard a single peep about Hyatt this entire offseason.
Same.
Like, I have not heard. The only time I've heard his name is when like they're listing other receivers on the Giants.
Yes. And I've only seen him in like one video, and that's just in drills catching a ball. Like that's yes.
Like,
hey,
yeah, sure.
You
might be a great chef, but you can't play receiver.
Yeah, maybe you're good at video games. Maybe you're good at mowing the lawn. That is fantastic.
Man,
for
imagine
your
that
family
being your I feel like everyone has like one thing they thrive at. Imagine the only thing you thrive at being you're able to mow the lawn well. Oh my god, how depressing would that be?
My name's Jalen Hyatt. I'm an NFL wide receiver, but I'm
my name's Jalen Hyatt, but I played wide receiver for the Giants. My true passion is mowing the lawn. It's like, dog, come on.
Oh, trust me.
Bro, you're rich. Get someone else to do that.
He'll have plenty of time to mow the lawn in about a month or so when he gets cut. There's no way we keep him.
Yeah, he'll be a fun UFL player. And here's Jalen Hyatt.
He will be. Aren't they making it? We don't even watch the UFL. Who am I kidding?
Well, the Stallions and someone else got like relegated.
Yeah, I don't know why they did.
The league just killed. The league just was like God striking them down with a lightning bolt. It's like, yeah, you two are done.
Yeah, I think there's the new team that's going to replace them is in Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City, yeah. Like, could you just imagine the NFL being like, Jets, you're done? What do you mean we're done? You're done.
You're done. Yeah. Where's the new team going to be? I don't know.
I don't care, but you are not going to fill on the field anymore.
Do you think the NFL will ever expand? No, right? It doesn't feel right if they did. No. I wouldn't either.
They're going to. They shouldn't.
True. If they do expand, they need to bring a team back to Oakland. I'm speaking for the people of Oakland, California.
I think St. Louis would be on the list before Oakland.
True. Yeah, huh? If there were two teams that
because as much as like I know it's like you're coming, like it's your home, you're coming from like that part, but Oakland, with all the stadium problems they had, I don't think the NFL is going to want to reopen that can of worms. Also, part of the reason why as much as I would like San Diego to get a team back, I don't know if they're going to get a team or not because of the stadium issues.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, St. Louis, like they had the Battle Hawks, which pops on my timeline every now and then. Like, they show they actually care, and like I think the NFL could get a stadium there. Trying to think of other places that could like realistically hold an NFL team. Like they keep floating out London at such.
I'm really not.
No, me neither.
Every team should have their own stadium.
Unless
I know
it's hockey, basketball, then you can share them.
That is correct. No, that
because then it's just because then it's like
acceptable.
Because like the Knicks and Rangers share a stadium. 90% of Ranger fans are also Knicks fans, so it's like the crossover is perfect. Like that was a compromise. That life was a compromise.
Why are we so old-fashioned? Okay,
because we're a historical franchise. I think a stadium with like an old-time feel would be cool. It gives it personality.
Maybe it's just me then, because like I want the new stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that like for what you just told me, and I thank you for the information by the way.
Think what the Jets wanted more like the Jets kind of wanted like a SoFi feel, where like the Giants but the Giants want like a Lambeau Soldier Field type field, which I think that fits us way better. That historic field.
True. Maybe it's just me, like modern era. Like I want the new stuff. Like I want SoFi in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like we've been so. I get it. We were one of the first franchises to come up, you know, in the NFL.
But that's why they wanted. They wanted because tradition and history is so important to the franchise. They felt the stadium should embody that is the word.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess.
But it would have given it like even if you want modern stuff. You have to admit that if the stadium had like that brick old time feel, we would have personality. It would have like something to attach us with. It wouldn't be an air conditioner.
True. I would not mind it. I obviously have a preference, but at the same time, I do get.
But then we could like understand why it's like that. I'm just saying that like when I go to Citi Field and you know it's a Mets stadium. It might like there's a lot of Brooklyn Dodger stuff, but like that's also part of our history. You know, you walk into all right, blue walls, the Apple, like okay, this is the Mets, New York Mets. This is their home. You don't get that feeling with the Giants.
And hopefully that gets resolved. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't.
Well, it's 100% on the Jets. The Giants will never move. It's if the Jets will move.
Hey, their little brother. They should move. We're not.
Well, we bought the land. We moved. We were playing Yankee Stadium, and then we moved and bought that. We played in old Giants Stadium for I think 2 seasons before the Jets finally moved out of Shea and came over to play with us. And
that's cool.
The Jets were playing in a Giants stadium.
F the Jets. Get out of here. I don't want them. So sorry, we love you, Matt, but nah, F the Jets, little brother. Their team sucks.
Not that bad.
Geno Smith, like, come on. Who's the guy behind him? Who they draft? Who they draft this year?
Yeah, Klubnik.
Yeah, oh man, yeah. You know what? No, I like Klubnik. I have no problems with him, actually. He's fine. Geno, different story. I mean, the man's been arrested like 3 times. Or with
dude, he just cannot stop speeding.
No, you know, I think Matt mentioned this before. I think he just doesn't want to play for he wants
offensive guru in Stefanski. I think you could sell the Mannings on that.
But they have such a mess at quarterback that even if he does go there, look at the things around him. It just doesn't. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being very, hateful in Cleveland.
No, I agree with you, but like I feel like if Arch Manning went to Cleveland, there is no quarterback competition. It's Arch Manning is our starting quarterback.
That's true. Shedeur, man, that
like
means...
Shedeur, you can go back to college and go deal with your daddy. Deshaun Watson, go anywhere else. Leave the country, please.
I would give it...
You want me back up? That's fine.
No, he could go. I remember his girlfriend was like mad on social media about like how Shedeur wasn't even a starter. I'm like, listen, there's nothing wrong with loving and supporting your mans. Your man sucks. He really does.
Support your man, but like be realistic.
He is small.
do it, but like it would be.
We do it. We'd be depressed as hell
It'd
though,
be a
but we
lot
do
like
it.
that one episode where the Giants they got blown out by Minnesota. Oh, the Giants were
Oh,
blown out late last year, and we just talked about everything else.
yes, we came up with a bunch of different. We talked about different teams, different headlines, just
Not
nothing
we
was
started talking about the
actually.
2008 World Series at one point.
That's right. Yes, Phillies and Rays. Remember that day. Cole Hamels, respect. Love that guy. Brad Lidge, hell of a closer too. Perfect season, by the way. Anyways, back to Odell. We went way off course, but good to see Odell getting first team reps. He was consistently getting open according to reports, showing off his hands. It's honest. The only thing with him is that he's not getting targeted. Like Dart,
Yeah.
Winston, target him. He's always getting open. He had two passes that he caught today. One in 11-on-11, one on 7-on-7. Had 4 targets in general, so good to see him. Honestly, look, if this continues, if he gets targeted and he's showing out, who knows? Maybe there is a route for him to be on the first team. Maybe Mooney sucks and Austin. Oh, Calvin Austin, low key, he has definitely separated himself from Mooney
Yeah.
as of late, from what I've heard and seen. And that's Austin is a better deep threat. It seems like than Mooney right now, and he has had the
Drives a game.
okay.
It's
Just to
not
put him out there.
crazy, but it's just enough to just get him running, get him if he is on track for Sunday Night Football against Dallas, which all signs seem pointing towards. I want him out there. Maybe in game 1 to give him one drive, but twice against the 2 drives against the we playing week 2. We're traveling.
Rams.
That's what?
Preseason.
Yeah, I believe we're playing the Panthers week 2.
I swear I saw Miami.
Maybe it's Miami, yeah, because we're traveling south. I know that. Miami, and then 2 drives against the Jets to close it out. That should be his path.
Okay. It is Miami. Oh, I pulled that one out.
I'm like,
wow.
I knew it was a Southern team. I just didn't know like where in the South.
Sweet. Yeah, dude. I thought I just guessed that out of nowhere. To be honest, I thought I was low key kidding, but hey,
No,
I
when
play
you said, it, I'm
Miami.
like, no, that sounds right.
That sounds yeah. But I agree with you. Play him as much as possible. As if he can stay healthy, especially if he can stay healthy during the amount of time he's on the field, he's on the team. I mean, he's gonna be on the team nonetheless, anyways. But that gives me more confidence. Like, hey, he's back, and if he needs to play a lot more than expected this year, he'll be ready to go. So, however, offense as a whole, pretty mid during the second week of training camp. I mean, after that first day of camp, they were on fire. I mean, Dart was on fire. Offense was clicking. So far, not so much. I mean, the first day of Monday, it was pouring rain. There were some solid plays. I'm gonna mention his name again because it seems like we can't get away from him, my friend. We really can't. But Malachi Fields had an outstanding grab on a go route. Apparently, he reached out and grabbed the ball from the air while keeping his feet in bounds. He had to make an adjustment because the ball was kind of floating in the air.
Wait, so you're saying he went up and got a 50-50 ball?
Pretty much.
Huh. It's like I've been saying that's going to be his main skill set on this team.
I know, right? And you think about the run blocking, and you think about this, obviously, better than Bo Collins, the last Notre Dame receiver that was here. But Malachi Fields, man, he could. We talked about this before, and we'll say it again. He really does have a route towards possibly being receiver number 2 by the end of this year if everything goes well for him. I mean, he's showing out in camp, and once we see him in preseason, the confidence with him continues to grow for me, and I'm sure for you as well, my friend. So,
oh yeah, confidence is through the roof right now.
him, Dalen Cambry had a catch as well where he ripped the ball from defender, so he showed out. Obviously, he won't make the team, but maybe practice squad. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
The starters had their first touchdown of the summer. Finally, Dart hit Likely in the red zone. It was the only score that they had in 11 red zone plays, starting from the 15-yard line. Kind of concerning, but defense obviously being a headache. Dart also had a touchdown run from 3 yards out that on a drive that started from the 18-yard line, the opponent's 18-yard line to be exact, where after that he threw the ball off Greg Newsome's helmet, which almost caused a fight. Harbaugh penalized that taunting behavior, so it seems like night and day difference between Daboll's and Harbaugh's coaching style because I'm sure Yeah, Diabo will have tolerated that. Harbaugh, not so much. Very different way he's running things, and we've seen that, of course, not just with that scenario, but in other situations as well. However, there's the bad of the offense, and Javon Holland had an interception that came on a ball in which Dart forced it through wet conditions. Jackson Dart overall today was 6 of 14 with a touchdown run that we mentioned and a throw, but this bad string of practices continue since that first day where he was hot to start, but things have kind of fallen off ever since. Penalties continue to be an issue, not just for the offense but defense as well. But there were 13 penalties on day one, which consisted of a lot of false starts and offsides, and there were 6 today on day two. A lot of pre-snap penalties from the offensive side of the ball. So not the best look for the offense. But the streak has to end eventually, right, my friend? And um, I think for me, I was not very happy to hear that the offense was struggling, but I think that there has to be an understanding of, hey, this is a new scheme. This is a young quarterback. Everyone on this offense is learning. I mean, outside of Isaiah Light because he's been through this before, but this whole scheme is just different. And
Yeah,
I do, yeah. And if there's any time to get the struggles and the bad things out of the way, it has to be right now compared to later, right?
exactly. Yeah, no. Any we can't.
And we don't. We cannot have any of that anymore,
Nope.
especially with the guys that we have.
Nope.
I love the point you made about Dart's the offense last year being simplified because we forget Dable brought a lot of stuff from that Dart had in Ole Miss, like the different concepts he had, the RPOs
Mm-hmm.
especially, like that what that those concepts were seen a lot last year in year one. But there's a point and there's a ceiling where that is reached when all you're running is just college plays that that work. Like you got to have some pro style concepts factored in. That's what Harbaugh and Matt Nagy are doing. They're bringing this traditional offense, like you mentioned, my friend, to the Giants, and it is growing. There are some growing pains. Dart is playing a lot more under center now to what will most likely be a run heavy attack, with Scad, of course, and Tracy and Dart running the football and Bricard as the fullback and just the outstanding O line that we have. And it's going to be a major adjustment because Dart last year, he was in the shotgun for 79, almost 80% of snaps last year. And in comparison with Lamar Jackson, he was in the shotgun 67% of the time. It does seem like a small percentage difference, but it is a lot at the end of the day if you think about it. And with this traditional offense being factored in, there's more reach to go through. And for a young quarterback who has thrived mostly, so far in his career off RPOs, it does take a lot more processing, a lot more thinking. And it also doesn't help, my friend, right? That they have, Dart and the offense has to deal with a star-studded pass rush, and they're
Yeah,
gonna go
that's
through on these
that
different
definitely makes it a
pressures. Like,
little harder when you
yeah,
got Brian Burns and Azul Carter and Arvell Reese and Kayvon Thibodeau running at you. Makes it a
exactly.
little harder.
Exactly. But Harbaugh understands that, and we all should too. And he said, "quote You can't even imagine how much there is for a quarterback to operate with, especially in a new offense. He's done an outstanding job, praising Dart. And there's so much on his plate. He's pushing the envelope. He's competing at the same time. He's a fiery guy, and that I'm very impressed. And look, I will always love Dart, and I know he's going to struggle, and we're gonna see it even though we'll see signs of growth throughout the rest of the camp into the preseason. I know there's gonna be some growing pains to start the these first couple weeks, like you mentioned, of the regular season. But hopefully, we see not too many of those issues and more success, and that we're seeing him really grow in the second year. And it's never ideal for any young quarterback to have to deal with,
No,
multiple coaches and coordinators, to start your NFL career.
but let's hope this is
But
the last one.
yes, because what makes a young quarterback or any quarterbacks different from the rest is ability to adapt. And the hope is Dart can adapt and will adapt to a way better coaching staff than what he's had ever in his career. Let's be honest. I mean, I know no shot to Kiffin at Ole Miss. Or sorry, yeah, no, that was his coach at Ole Miss,
It
right?
was
Yeah,
Kiffin. Yeah, it
Kiffin
was
out Ole,
Kiffin.
yeah, Kiffin out Ole Miss. No shot to well, kind of a shot to Dable and Kafka in his time with the Giants and whatnot, or when they were with the Giants. But this is the best staff he'll probably ever have. Maybe not so much with Nagy because I never really liked him, but I guess he's
But
here.
Harbaugh is his head coach. He's his best head coach he's ever had in
Exactly.
his career.
Exactly. So we'll have to see. But We have a lot of confidence in our franchise quarterback, and we have a lot of confidence in the guys around him to make plays and make life easier for him as well. And hey, this defense that the Giants have right now, especially with the guys that can rush the quarterback and do different things, it's only going to help them when they have to face different other opposing defenses that may not be as formidable as the Giants defense, and it it's all going to work out at the end of the day. So
Oh yeah.
yep, that's what we got for the defense and the offense so far. Next episode will be on Friday, so we will see what other developments come from the Giants camp. I believe this is the last week of camp, right? If not
Hopefully.
NFL. So from Friday until the start of the regular season, we'll be discussing or mentioning each of the other 31 teams that exist, and given our 3 questions or concerns that we have for each of those teams and answering it together as a whole. So watch out for that. We'll see what team we'll be discussing on Friday. That is TBD. But we wanted to do that at least cover our bases for the other teams
Let's
that
do
the
the
Giants will be
Cardinals or the
seeing.
Panthers because they're gonna play. They're gonna play Thursday. So they have interesting
Okay.
questions.
Okay, we could definitely do that. We
I'll be doing AFC wins over unders. So watch out for that
oh
tonight at
bet
8:30 Eastern.
bet
Live
I'll
on
be there
Belly
to
Up.
watch. I'll be
Mm-hmm.
there to tune in, and hope you guys do as well. If y'all stuck around to the end of the stream, thank you guys so much for doing so. We appreciate y'all's support. We'll see you guys back on a Friday for more Giants talk and a breakdown of the Hall of Fame game. Enjoy watching.